Hi guys, how are you doing? You're welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time on seeing this space, my name is Oluwa Pelumi, and on this channel with Oluwa Pelumi, I like to share. I like to make videos about working in tech, specifically as a business analyst as an IT business analyst in tech, and typically anything that I find interesting working in tech. Sometimes I like to feature, people working in tech as well, and I also like to make videos about anything that I find interesting, but predominantly more about tech. And please, if you do enjoy what you see, please stick around. And if this type of content interests you, please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that this is happening on this channel. Thank you so much for your time. Let's get right into the video. So before getting right into the video, I know you must have seen the thumbnail, right? And please, if you have not watched my previous videos, right, it will be a good time for you to watch the video so that you can have a better understanding of, the practical aspect I'm trying to show you. Also, today I'm going to be giving you like a practical tutorial, or so to speak, or I'm going to show you how to write user stories and acceptance criteria. I have touched before on what user stories is and what it seeks to achieve. So today I'm just going to be showing you like the practicality of how to write user stories, and of course it's going to give birth to a lot of other practical hands-on how to do this, how to do that type of thing. So without further ado, let's get right into learning. So just like I mentioned, in today I will be teaching us how to write user stories. I'll be showing us how to write user stories and acceptance criteria. And just like also mentioned in some of my previous, it will do you good to please catch up on previous vlogs, right? When you're writing requirements for an application, specifically user stories for this context, you are the essence for doing this is because you are capturing different users. Um, an example that I've given before is e.g., I'm in my 30s and I am a working class person, and the way I'm going to interact or the goal for which I'm using an application is going to be tad bit different, or might be different from the way somebody who is still a teenager or somebody who is still an undergraduate in the university is going to interact with an application. So because we understand that there's a difference in interaction with users and application, and there are different goals that people tend to achieve when they want to use an application. Because we know this, is why we are writing user stories and we are capturing user stories. So user stories will capture different types of personas using an application. So if you have different use cases, or 12 different personas, or 12 different goals, or 12 different ways in which an application will be used, it means you're going to have 12 different user stories for your application. 50-20, as depending on the volume and the size of the project or the application that you're working on. So to further drive home my point, I'm going to be using like an hypothetical YouTube user scenario. Right, this is the scenario so that you can understand me better. So on YouTube today, there are people that just come on YouTube to consume, and there are people like me who are content creators on YouTube. So that kind of puts things into perspective for you, that because these are two different types of people, the way we would like to interact with YouTube, for example, is going to be very different. Our goals for using YouTube is different. The things that we're trying to get out of using YouTube is definitely different. So we're going to be writing a user story in that regard. I've taken the liberty of writing some of these things out. So please, I wrote this out already, but I'm just going to be taking you through how I did it using an hypothetical YouTube scenario. So let's say, as a content creator, just like I mentioned, I want to be able to access my already scheduled content so that I can edit my titles before my content goes live. Currently on YouTube, you don't have this capacity, right? You don't have this capacity. So, using an hypothetical YouTube situation, the title of this could say, um, let's say maybe, um, create create a let's say edit titles on scheduled videos. um General YouTube, right? So edit titles on scheduled videos on on the general YouTube. So to kind of put this into perspective is why I've now come up to user story to say, as a content creator, I want to be able to access my already scheduled content so that I can edit my title before my content goes live. So this provides the why. As a content creator, specific to stating that as a content creator, not as a regular user. So it puts into perspective who this user that wants to be able to edit title is. The truth is, will a regular user want to edit titles? Absolutely not. So because I'm a creator, this is why I want to be able to do this. So the keyword in user stories are as rather, then I want. These are your key these are your key phrases in writing your user stories. So that that's your third important phrase. Meaning, as what? In what capacity are you trying to interact with this application, right? What exactly do you want to do? So, right, this is why you do I want. So when you are now able to do this, what does it enable you? What does it translate to you? What goal does it are you able to achieve? You want this because you just want it for wanting sake. Why do you want it? Apologies for the noise if you can hear the noise in my background. I'm so sorry. I live in Lagos, Nigeria, and I can't help these things. So that I can edit my titles before my content goes live, right? So a lay person looking at this puts it into perspective and say, okay, wow, I get this now. So our acceptance criteria is going to table out what needs to be present in the application for us to be able to achieve the desired result, or for us to be able to give value to this content creator. Does that make sense? So our acceptance criteria is going to say what is going to allow the customer to be able to edit titles before content goes live. Put into perspective, in YouTube today, for example, on the general YouTube that you're watching this video from, if I have scheduled a video on YouTube, I can upload videos on my general YouTube. However, if my video has not gone live as a creator, it would not typically appear on my general YouTube for me to edit. I would only be able to edit and edit my caption. Maybe I want to change something in the caption. I would only be able to do this when I go through the studio version of the YouTube, right? There's a separate YouTube that creators use for content creators, right? I can only edit captions and do whatnot via the YouTube studio section. So this scenario speaks to people that want to be able to edit captions for videos that have not gone live yet on general YouTube, because on general YouTube you can only see a video as a creator appear there when it has gone live. Say you scheduled it to go live 6 p.m. on Monday, you can only start seeing that video appear on your general YouTube by 6 p.m. on Monday as scheduled. So I want to be able to go there before 6 p.m. on Monday, and I want to be able to edit my caption, right? So we're going to be looking at the acceptance criteria, what's going to enable this to happen. I've also written it down, taking it so that this video is not as long as this video is not too long. So, acceptance criteria, right? Acceptance criteria, right? Just like user stories, the as what, the I want, and so that I can has to be present in your user stories. And for acceptance criteria, it also has its, you know, its its prerequisite that makes it a complete acceptance criteria. If not, you might as well have just written words just like every other person. But these words are put there to guide you. It's like a guideline. This is why these phrases are put there. So for acceptance criteria, number one is giving that has to be present, you know saying I am a content creator. So giving that in this situation will be giving that a content creator, right, is a content creator that has this flow that I'm about to come up with, this user flow that I'm about to draw out. It's a content creator that owns it for what they want, for the value they want to, you know, achieve or they want to get from using the application, right? Given that a content creator, given that I am, given that content creator and I am on the general YouTube application. Again, you know that I mentioned that we have two types of YouTubes, the studio and the YouTube, the general YouTube. So it's important that you are clear on what exactly you are addressing. So, and I am on the general YouTube application. I'm not on the studio application. I am on the general YouTube application, right? And I have already uploaded my content and scheduled to go live. These are the preconditions. This can be termed as, preconditions to what I'm trying to do. The preconditions that brought me to try to find the value, the things that I've tried to do on the application, right? This is the precondition to what I'm trying to do. And I say, I have already uploaded my content and scheduled to go live, right? Like I said, the only reason why I want to use this application because I've tried to do something preceding it that will kind of enable me to move further, to achieving what I've done before, right? So I have already uploaded my content and scheduled to go live. When that's the fourth compulsory phrase in your acceptance criteria. When I click on you, there is a tab on the general YouTube for creators or even for general users. You will see a you, right? When I click on you and see all my content and videos, right? When I do this, I want to be able to do this. It's at the point when I try to do this that this flow that I'm requesting from you or that you think will make sense to me then comes in. And so to the fifth one, then I see my uploaded videos that have not gone live. Remember that I said today, if you go there, you will only see your videos that are already live. But In this scenario that we are painting now, because I have clicked on you, although I cannot see this today, but as to be, we are proposing that to fulfill the need of this content creator as highlighted in the user story above, it would only make sense if we're going to give this person value, that to hit to this person request, that when the person clicks on you and see all their video content and videos, they will see uploaded video that have not gone live, because that's what they want to see. They don't want to have to go to YouTube studio. They want to see it. Apologies for the noise once again. um they see the uploaded videos that have not gone live, and then I see my uploaded video that have not gone live, right? Then I will be able to do the following on the content. Now you will see that it addresses the need of this content creator. I will be able to do the following on the content. Number one, click on the menu on the right side of the video, select edit the title or impute a title in the title bar, click on save, right? So if you go through all these steps, again, this is an hypothetical situation, but if you go through all these steps, you would have fulfilled the need of this content creator who says, as a content creator, I want to be able to access. Remember when the person said, access my already scheduled content, we solved that problem by doing what? By allowing the person to see their uploaded video. This gives them the access that they said they want above. We've given them one value. We now went a step further to say, by doing, click on the menu on the right side of the video, select edit the title or impute a title in the title bar, click on save. We further gave fulfill the person's last the person's goal, so that what the person saying? Say, so that I can edit my title before my content goes live. Succinctly put, this is how to write a user story. And if you didn't know what a user story means or why, I'm sure by this video you have an insight to why user stories is very important. Even as a business analyst, it puts things into perspective. You can sit down and say this application should fly in the moon, but if you cannot put it into perspective and user stories and identify the wants and the goal that the user is trying to achieve from using the application, then there's something missing. If you cannot sit down to table this house and give your acceptance criteria, then you need to go back to the drawing board, and fulfill. Perhaps maybe in the organization there's no tool that can even do some of the acceptance criteria that you've envisioned. You begin to go back to the drawing board and say, oh, do we have the application that can do this currently? Do we have the service that can do this currently? Do we have the capacity to do? You begin to ask root questions. Do we have the application or server or service that can achieve this currently in the organization? Is this something that we need to purchase? Who needs to build? It begins to come to percent, who needs to build this for us? Which team exactly? It even brings to fore, what the development team needs to do. Development team seeing this, of course, you also know that, you by this time you already would, have like a UI UX, like an high fidelity design mapped out for you. But this puts the development team into, gives them a perspective and say, okay, select edit, click on the menu, edit the title. Remember, you are the engine and the brain room of like the team, and you are the one that, as much as you will not know how they will develop it or the code that they will write, but you are the one that's putting on the touchlight to say that is the way, go in it. That makes any sense. So without further ado, thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule for learning a thing or two. I hope by the end of this video you have learned how to write user stories and acceptance criteria. And of course, this vlog that I'm shooting today is going to give birth to more practical hands-on sessions to come. Right. Thank you for watching that video and hope you learned a lot. It was a labor of love, like I always say, right? I thank you so much for watching the video. Please do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget to meet me in the comment section. I like when we have a little tete-a-tete in the comment section. Let's share our experiences and let me know what your experience if you're new and if you're already into business analysis. Let's share our experiences. Thank you so much. So my next vlog is love and light, guys. Adios.